Look, bitch. Do you guys think I look 75 kilos?
Let's bring back Lewis, folks. All right, Lewis Spears, the big L.
Thank you very much. All right, so I do know that I was just on stage like 30 seconds ago, and technically the show started like half an hour ago. But for these guys on the internet, the show just started. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that you haven't seen me yet. I'm going to go out of the camera's view and welcome myself onto the stage, and you guys are going to go nuts because it's a really good podcast. All right, can we do that? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Lewis Spears! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 50 of the Spearhead Sundays Podcast. And we're doing it live. Give yourselves a round of applause. Thank you very much for coming. And to everybody who's joining me on Facebook, I don't even know if it's working. It might be broken. I don't really care, okay? We're going to ignore you from here on out. Subscribe to the podcast and you... So basically this is a show that I announced in secret on the podcast to celebrate the 50th episode. We put it on sale and we were like, hey, I'll put on 50 tickets, one for each episode. That's what I tell you guys, but in reality, I just thought I can probably only sell 50 tickets. And it sold out in a day, so could have done more. Man, this podcast started like about almost a year ago now, and I honestly didn't think it would get this big. Like, I'm very, very appreciative of everybody who's listening, everybody who tunes in every week and who's here. You know, it's much different listening to me yell like a schizophrenic alone in my bedroom about whatever the fuck pissed me off. That doesn't really matter. It's another thing to actually come and pay money and sit here in this room. So I just want to say to you guys, you've all got real bad taste, and you should be very disappointed in yourselves. All right, so what I'm going to do is, firstly, I'm going to explain what this whole thing is. So we're going to do the podcast for about an hour, maybe or so. If you're wondering what this is our fundraising thermometer. Because to rent this bar, there was a $1,000 minimum spend. And if you guys don't buy enough drinks and food for this to reach 1,000, I have to pay for it, and then I go broke. So if you want to get a drink, just go to the bar and get smashed. I don't care. I'm going to eat some haggis later. They serve haggis, so I'll give that a go. I reckon we'll bring on the first guest. Is Khaled ready? He's not there. Oh, there he is. All right, give it up for my favourite Arab, one of the only Arabs that I like, Mr. Khaled Kalafallah. Welcome.
Shut up.
Here, move the chair closer. I'm using the wrong mic, Paul. I'm going to change it. All right. So, Khaled, thank you very much for coming.
Hey, thank you for having me.
No.
Hey, and genuinely, you guys are like the best comedy crowd anyone could hope for, and I know it's because you guys like Lewis way more than you should. And it's like totally cool. It's such and Lewis will tell you, it's such a gem for a comic to come out and play to a crowd that's so ready to give up a piece of themselves, because that's what comedy is, right? You give up a piece of yourself and you get something back. And too many people, they come in, especially when it's a crowd this big, people are nervous and they don't want to laugh, and they're like, oh no, people can see me and they can see what I'm laughing at, and then they feel like they're being judged. But you guys are like really cool because you know Lewis, and this is a really awesome experience.
Yeah, no, it's really cool, and you guys have given me a lot, considering that I've given you fuck all. So thank you very much. Now, Khaled, do you guys remember the Nothing Inc. podcast? Does anybody here remember that? A couple of people? So before this podcast, we actually started a podcast. You, me, and Elliot Loney started a podcast called the Nothing Inc. podcast, and that was way better than this one.
It was so much better.
Oh, yeah, this
way
one.
better.
Hey, this is crap in comparison. But basically, that was us three. We would meet up every week, and we'd do a podcast for about an hour, and that was a lot of fun. And then it got incredibly difficult because we just couldn't be.
You know when you live with someone, you know when you're friends with someone, and then you really like them, but then you're like, hey, maybe we should move in together. And then you live together for a little bit, and you're like, I hate this guy. As what happened with the Nothing Inc. podcast. We were doing it for a little bit. Lewis has an insane work ethic. And then I just couldn't keep up. He wanted to do it every single week, and then I had other commitments. I couldn't do it. Lewis ended up doing the same amount of commitments that I was doing, and the podcast and whatever. And I was like, "You'll never be able to keep it up, you idiot." And
Look
then
where
a
we
year later, he's doing the national tour now. You just sold under 1,000 tickets in pre-sales, and you're doing the podcast, and you're doing your videos, and you're just a piece of shit. You're just a piece of shit.
Well, it's all hard work, mate. And Khaled was actually one of was literally the first person I spoke to ask for advice on when I wanted to do stand-up comedy, because I fell into internet stuff and messing around online. I always wanted to be a stand-up comedian, but I kind of fell into the internet thing, making videos and pissing people off. And then I really wanted to do stand-up, and Khaled was the first person that I ever contacted. I was like, "Hey, I want to do stand-up. How?" And he gave me a whole bunch of advice, and I listened to it, and then I quickly figured it out. He told me all this bullshit. It was fucking crap, and then I figured it out my own way, and it's going much better now. No, but he's seriously one of the reasons why I'm doing this. So can we give a round of applause for Mr. Carly? He's a very good friend of mine.
Oh, you can't stop.
And Khaled, I just to introduce you to everybody here tonight and online.
This is going to be a dumb Arab joke. I can fucking feel it.
No, it's not. It's fine, okay? So what I did is before I got up here, I just decided to Google you and see if there were any news articles written about you, because the ones written about me are like worse than Hitler. He's fucking evil. But Khaled actually has some really positive ones. Now, Khaled,
there's not a news article there. I can see you typed up something.
No, I copy and pasted, okay? Because there's no internet here. I know what I'm doing. Let me just delete the part that said Khaled's a fuckhead. Sprung bad. There was an article that was posted just a couple days ago about you. And you're a Muslim. You're an Arab.
I sure am.
And the headline of this article is... the new film talent set to explode in 2017. Now, are they talking about your movie and TV work or your ISIS work?
Yeah, I reckon.
Because I know you're doing both.
Just on the side. Why did you stop Nothing Inc? I just had camp to go. I just had an ISIS commitment. This is... you know what? Can I just say, after I left the Nothing Inc. podcast, Lewis and Elliot kept doing the Nothing Inc. podcast for a little bit longer, and I kid you not, every fucking episode that I was not there, they would do a 10-minute segment about what I was doing in ISIS.
Just so you were there in spirit.
For like another 8 weeks. That was who I was in the Nothing Inc. podcast.
Now you're on a watch list. It worked out well. It says, born in Saudi Arabia to Egyptian parents, Kalafala moved to rural New Zealand in his primary school days. Then to Australia. He hit the stand-up comedy circuit running 5 years ago, with even his earliest festival shows winning rave reviews. That's pretty cool. And then the rest of the article talks about how you were on Upper Middle Bogan, and then a movie that's coming out called Ali's Wedding. Yeah. So do you want to... What are they? What's that? Ali's Wedding sounds pretty Arabic, but then...
It's very Arabic, yeah.
I wouldn't see it, but your 35 cousins will.
Yeah.
And then they'll sell out every ticket.
Has anyone else married their cousins recently? My dad's always trying to get me to marry my cousins. And it's a weird conversation I have with you guys. I know you're like, oh my God, my cousins were like brother and sister. We grew up together. Like I've never seen a lot of my cousins. Like they're literally covered from head to toe. I don't even know if they're male or female. Like, I'd be taking a punt. I met a guy who knows a guy when I was in the ISIS camp, and he just
and he got you in a movie.
No, well, look, I actually did an audition for a movie last year, and I hate acting. I'm a really shit actor. I'm just not good at it at all. And my manager was like, just give this a go and see how it goes. And I went to this thing. It was a small script. A guy who was a refugee from Iraq had come to Australia and then picked up a writing career, and then he ended up writing a book, and then the book got awarded for all sorts of writers' things. I don't want to undersell it and tell you what it is, but it's amazing stuff happened with that book. And then a guy called Tony Ayres was a producer, was like, I want to create a movie out of this. And then when that's what stage it was at whenever I did the audition. I went and did the audition, and I just did not give a fuck about it, right? Like, I went there, and on my face, it was www.doesnotgiveafuck.com.au. Can I please go back to Afghanistan? And then, so I did. So I did this audition, and then the casting agent was like, you look like you don't give a fuck about this. And I'm like, you are absolutely right. And then she was like, go away, come back and do this thing, because I really think you have a shot at doing this role. Just go learn your fucking lines. Why are you not learning the lines? So, because in my head, I'm like, I'm a genius. I can just riff, and it'll be awesome. And I was just
He's
shit.
not.
I was just really shit. So I came back, I learnt the lines, and then the casting agent called my manager. She fucking dobbed on me. And then she was like, he's not taking this seriously. Please make him take this seriously. And then my manager put me with like an acting coach, and it was the wankiest fucking thing in the world. And he's like, use your heart and inside and be yourself. And I was like, I went...
If you were yourself, you'd just start killing the coach and go out and sooner.
So I bought an AK-47 and I blew the fuck up. So I went back to this thing, and then, I did the thing. I got the role, and I was like, cool, I'm in part of this, like, weird community indie movie. Before you know it, like, some of the top producers in Australia jumped on board, and then the guy who directs Modern Family had not done a feature film before, and he was like, I want to direct this movie. So then the guy who directs Modern Family ended up being the director of this movie, and then from there, the guy who was the cinematographer for X-Men and like Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger and like all these really huge movies was like, if Jeffrey Walker's directing this movie, I want to be the cinematographer. So then it just suddenly had this all-star cast of producers, and then I like sneakily landed a role on this thing.
Well, probably
and
because they ran out of money. They
ran out
all
of
these good
money,
people.
and
It's like, fuck, we can only afford Khaled.
Yeah, and they couldn't get any more white people. So I was the guy. I was just it. And the whole time, by the way, when I was in this is how shit an actor I am. While it was shooting, like the director would be like, Carl, just be yourself. Just be yourself. And I didn't realize until like I'd finished reading the script, the guy I was playing was like retarded. Like he was a retarded guy. And they're like, we want you because we think you are this role. And the guy was like, he's not retarded. He was Lebanese, but he was like, yeah. Like, you get what...
Same thing.
Okay, he wasn't Lebanese, he was Lebo. There's a difference. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? This is a Lebanese guy. Hello, my name is Ahmed. I am a contributing member of society. This is a Lebo guy. Oh, fucking, what are you talking about? That's right? Lebo. I'm talking about Lebos, yeah. So I was playing this role, and I was with actors that were, like, way better. And the movie comes out in July. So definitely go see that. And that was the longest story ever told. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Khaled. All right, so now we're going to bring on another good friend of mine who's been on the podcast before and supported me on my tour last year, and you saw him before, but these guys haven't. So welcome to the stage for the very first time. Remember what we did before? My good friend, Mr. Luke Kidgel.
Thank you for having me, Lewis.
That's all right, man. Thanks for being here. Now, I also Googled you. I Googled everybody because I tried to find some news articles that were written about everyone. So Khaled had...
Wait, did Google just say, did you mean poor man's Lewis Spears, or did it...
No, it did come up with a result. So Khaled's result, there were so many news articles going...
What was it, Lewis?
Let me just demonstrate the difference, okay? You told a massive story. I'll tell an all right one, okay? So Khaled's articles said he's going to blow up. He's the best comedian ever. He's an actor. He's going to be massive. You've got to see him before he's huge. And then I found the only article that was written about you, and the headline didn't have your name in it. It just said, Australian man chases Pokemon into sea.
It's my proudest moment. My parents are so proud. They put me through 13 years of school, and that's what the result was.
That's great. So what was that about?
When Pokemon Go came out, I thought it would be funny to jump off St Kilda Pier in search of a Pokemon, and BuzzFeed and news.com.au and Daily Telegraph thought it was also funny, which shows you how unfunny it actually was. But the video went pretty well, and for like a month I got someone in the street said, "You're the Pokemon guy," and
Not even Ash Ketchum.
I killed myself. Yeah, I didn't. That was a joke because for those listening to the podcast, I'm actually alive. So
Luke isn't just Luke's actually a hologram. Yeah. Speaking of technical holograms, this light you'll notice is on disco setting.
I have been told that it is too fucked to fix.
Yeah. So if you guys want to start raving, if anyone wants to start passing out some ecstasy, this podcast is also a fucking rave.
Yeah.
It's either we let it flash for an hour and you guys have epileptic seizures, or we turn it off and do this thing in the dark, and then it's going to turn into a weird orgy. So I reckon we'll just leave it on. I wanted to say that all three of us have comedy festival shows coming up that are all on sale now. If you guys wanted to see them, has anybody here booked tickets to mine yet? Yeah, a few legends. Really appreciate that, guys. Thank you very much. You're spending too much money on me. You need to really sort out your priorities, reevaluate your life, and go listen to Hamish and Andy. Don't listen to me. And Khaled, you've got a show. Mine's called Try and Stop Me. It's on sale now. Tickets are everywhere. Just fucking Google it. And Khaled, you've got a show that's on sale. What's it called?
It's called Loose. You guys don't have to pretend to buy tickets to my show. I know you fucking love Lewis. Fuck off. But if you guys...
Very angry.
No, I'd love to see you guys there. You know, they're doing like... if you guys do decide to see more than one show at the comedy festival, I'd love to have you guys there. In fact, if you guys hit me up from this podcast, I'll give you a free ticket to my show. It's going to be at Trades Hall during the comedy festival.
That's sick. Free tickets. There you go. Message Khaled. Bring a friend as well, because then he can at least sell one. No, but I seriously really do recommend both of these guys. Luke, you're doing your first show ever, which
Debut,
is a massive
first ever
thing. Give him a round of applause. His first show. That's a massive, massive thing. You should be proud of yourself.
I still haven't done it yet. Like, just like, give me a round of applause, like in May. Like,
You said debut. I thought you said Dave Hughes. I was going to be like, that's a good show. Oh, hold on. No, it's just you and your first one. That's going to be shit.
Yeah, it's called Get Fucked Khaled. It's running for 12 nights. And
The banter is alive. Yeah, so no, what's
it's
it
called
actually
You Don't Own Me, because I'm fucking anti-establishment, as you can tell. No, it's ironic. Everyone knows that. I'm a bitch. So, yeah, it's called You Don't Own Me. But the story behind that was because I had that video. I don't know. None of you would have seen it. You're not my fans. I've walked in front of signs and did the opposite of the signs, and I had the song from Suicide Squad playing in the background. Because fuck the internet, 1.8 million views. Took me about 30 seconds to edit. And then I thought, oh, that's a cool title, shit video. And I was like, everyone will forget about the video. And then the video ended up becoming the most successful video I've ever done. So,
well, you know what? I think that really shows that you're very capable of doing super insightful, on-point comedy. When you see a sign and you're like, you know what? I'm going to do the opposite of that and film it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think that says more about people than Luke. Like, got 1.8 million views. Like, it fucking worked. I thought it was funny.
Man. Oh, it's cutting edge stuff.
You wore speed dealer sunnies. That's great.
That was the extra layer to the joke. I was wearing ironic dad sunglasses. So.
All right. Well, Luke's getting boring. So should we bring? Should we bring a good friend of mine? Once again, for the first time, let's move the chairs over so we have... Do you want to come a bit closer to me, Khaled?
I don't want to be closer to Khaled.
Yeah, Khaled is strapped to explode. If this goes wrong, that's all right. We'll take you all out with this, okay? Please welcome for the very first time, never seen him before yet, welcome to the stage my great friend, Mr. Ashley Fils-Aimé.
Yo, what's up?
What's up, man? Thank you very much for coming on here.
Thanks for having me.
You were on the podcast very briefly.
Yeah, I was.
I can't remember. It was like episode 40-something. I can't even remember what episode I'm up to most times I record it. But you were on... we spoke for about 10 minutes backstage at the Comedy Lounge.
Yeah, during the show, yeah.
Yeah, like I remember when I recorded that episode, because I was putting out an interview with the guys who made the Big Les show.
Yeah.
And I thought I would record an intro going, my name's Lewis, I did this, and hope you enjoy it. And so I was performing that night, and the only time I had to do it was when I was backstage at the lounge. I was about to go on. I found some time alone, and I just hit record on my laptop, and I said, hey guys, so I'm about to go on stage, but... and then you walked in and fucking ruined it. And then it was for 10 minutes we had to talk to each other. It sucked.
It was fucking fun, man. I fucking robbed your shit, man. That's what I do. I rob shit. Give me your fucking wallet right now, man. No, I'm just kidding, man.
I like how he reached for it. He's like, oh, fuck.
He is like, shit. Are you
He's black,
serious,
I better do it.
Negro? I love being black in Australia, American black in Australia. It's fucking cool.
Oh yeah, you don't
I
want to
love
be
it, man.
regular black. Like you don't want to be refugee black because
Well, yes,
they'll put you on Christmas Island. But
I don't want to be
American
fucking
black, cool.
Apex black. That's what it is. Fucking, why are you guys scared of Apex? They're fucking malnutrition, man. They're fucking skinny as fuck. Fucking.
Because they drive around in these really cool cars. that
Like,
they
how
didn't
did they
buy.
get away with shit? They're fucking skinny as shit, man. There's one of them right here. What the fuck? What are you doing here, bro? Look,
For
there's
those
4
at
of them
home-
here right now. I was like, fuck you, Apex.
That was a mic stand if you're watching.
You know, my favorite part of that is that everyone is trying to laugh, but they like don't know
If they can.
If they're like,
Okay, so
I'm not sure.
it's all right. It's all right. Ashley made me honorary black person, so you know,
I
it's
sure
all
did.
cool.
That's
Yeah.
right.
You're like the whitest dude. Okay, aside from me, you're like the whitest dude I
Yeah.
know.
You know what? I'm pretty disappointed because we were going to have Elliot instead of Ash, but he was busy, and then we had
Oh,
to
fuck,
add
thank
Elliot.
you. I appreciate
and
that.
Unfortunately, it really added some diversity to the podcast. It was going to be 3 white guys and 1 Arab, but now it's like an even setting.
It's a
But-
fucking Oreo sandwich right now.
I know.
It's fucking- so we
But-
are.
but
Welcome to
I-
the Oreo Cookie Podcast.
But that's fine because I did have one rule that I stuck towards, and that was no Jews. Never on this. Never. Get out. Okay. No. I've been passed a note. Unfortunately, they don't make haggis anymore. They had haggis on the menu. I was going to eat it for a meme. Thought it'd be funny, but they don't have it. And also, an update on this goal. So far, we're up to $100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
You are so
Good
fucked.
job,
We're already
guys.
like
Good
we're only like
job.
20 minutes in.
I'm fucked. All right, so if anybody wants to get a
Drink
drink
up.
and get
Yeah.
what a legend. Give him a
Yeah,
round of applause.
yeah, there you
Fuck
go.
yeah, guys. If you want to get up, get up now, grab a drink,
Grab
and
a
let's
drink.
get that minimum spend going. Can I get a lemon lime bitters? I'll pay for it. All right. Okay, cool. So we got that, and also I've been told that on the Facebook live stream they are only doing angry reacts. Which is great. So keep that up, guys. Angry reacts only for this live
Oh, really?
stream. Oh, yeah. Every live stream I do, they collectively work together and only angry react.
I
And
just
then
like to imagine there's just 1,000 Jews right now, just angry, angry as fuck.
Well, you're not allowed in here.
It's the fucking Apex gang. Oh, man, motherfucker. Oh. That's the wrong
just
accent.
all
Why are
these
they
Sudanese Jews.
Sudanese Jews. No, but that's good. Keep it up. Angry react only. So I hope this is going well. Otherwise, it's just technical difficulties.
I hate this
Fuck.
whole.
What about if you can't even see shit because the lights and people are just listening to fucking racism?
I don't know. I'm gonna have a look. Let me have a look. You hold my mic and I'll tell you.
You know, once in a while, you guys can't see me.
There's a black guy. No, there isn't. There's a
here
black
I am.
guy.
No,
No,
there
there
isn't.
isn't.
Dude, do you know how fucking scared I am right now?
I'm scared too, man. Yeah, I could. Which way? This way.
Can someone get the lives? This is the worst thing to listen to. Someone's in their fucking car right now going like,
They're angry because of the lights. The lights are fucking making them angry. That's what it is.
It's all, no, actually be like way out the venue.
Oh.
No, that's fine. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with it. They just hate it. It's just really shit. All right, guys. Well, that's really distracting. So, Ash, what have you been up to? Tell us a bit about yourself, because we haven't really introduced you to everybody watching. So-
Nobody knows me in Australia. I love it. I'm from America. I did comedy there. I've been doing comedy for 20 years. I used to tour with a guy called Pablo Francisco for a while.
Oh, he's big.
Yeah, he's pretty big. We did a tour for a while. In 2010, I came out here, and I fell in love with a chick out here, man. So
Oh, wow.
I fucking quit my career in America, and I moved over here to fucking continue. That's what happened.
Wow. So
Gay.
She's your sister, bro. That's who it is. So fucking.
No, but she is a Muslim girl.
She is a Muslim girl. Yes, she is. She
Wow.
is. She's fucking. She's
I'm
Muslim.
sorry, man. A real.
I mean, well, you can't pick them. You know what I'm saying? But fucking, it's just one of those things where it's just.
I just realized she's Lebanese. I'm so sorry
I-
for all the jokes I made.
I hate Khaled's jokes about Lebanese people. She's Lebanese, she's Muslim. But you know what though, man? Love is love, and you can't change that, man. You do whatever you want, and her parents are, I guess they don't like it, but
Oh, really? They're not happy?
No,
is
they're
it
not happy.
is it because you're not Muslim or because you're black or just
Well,
because
it's a mixture of both, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know, man. It's a mixture of both, and I just feel like fuck them.
That's right. Fuck them.
Fuck them. Oh, this is live. Fuck
Fuck them and
She's
her.
watching. I'm just kidding.
That's where the angry reacts are coming from. It's
That's
your
where it comes
girlfriend's
from.
cousins.
They're looking for a bomb emoji. Fucking. Fuck you, Khaled. And But yeah, and now I'm here now. I'm doing my thing. I'm not doing a festival show this year. I'm taking a little break. We're actually getting ready for next year for the Sydney Festival. But I'm always here. I'm always doing Comics Lounge in North Melbourne. You guys are familiar with that one. Khaled just headlined there. You guys, we're all performing there. Luke, you'll be there one day, man. Give it up.
You'll make it, mate.
And I have my own room. You guys come to the Brunny tomorrow night at the front of the Brunny. Monday
Brunswick
night.
Hotel.
Brunswick Hotel. Fucking awesome room to come out to.
It's one of the
come in
best
2
comedy
weeks,
rooms in
Huh?
the.
I'm on in 2 weeks.
You want 2 weeks? Oh fuck! It's gonna be a great sick time.
Well,
man.
no one wants to see you, Luke. So come tomorrow because Luke's on in 2 weeks. You don't want to see that.
Avoid that.
You got 2 weeks left to have a good time, everyone. It's gonna be good.
I'm in trouble. Anyway, yeah, thanks for the drink, buddy. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you very much for everybody grabbing drinks. We really do appreciate it because otherwise I'd
We
be.
just make
Can't
another
wait till the
100 then,
recount.
or?
Oh yeah, do we know
10
what
people at the bar.
What's the bar tab at? Do we know yet? Okay, we'll find out soon, and then we'll go.
You're so fucked.
Yeah, well, it's all good. No, but so what should we talk about? Does anyone?
What is a pinga? Pinga.
a pinger?
Pinga.
Pinga?
Pinga.
Pingu?
Pinga.
Pingu?
Pingu's a penguin.
You know what pinga means in Spanish? It means penis. So whenever I hear you guys say pinga, I'm like, they just said dick.
Yeah, well, okay, so look, a pinger is ecstasy. So it's like an ecstasy tablet.
okay.
Yeah.
Pinga.
We do both at clubs, dicks and...
You do, but yeah.
Yeah.
like,
Luke goes to the gay
I
clubs. They got pingers and then the Spanish pingers.
In other words, he puts them both in his ass. That's what it is. Fucking pingas and penises.
Yeah, so you can shelve both of them. So
You
it's all
shove both of
good.
them. You can shove them, yes, you can. Because there's nerves in your assholes, and apparently, so I've heard. I've heard. Yeah, I love you guys like the short laugh. Next.
I just noticed is that a mum I spy? Oh, that's great. Who's your child? Oh, okay, awesome. These both of them? Oh, that's great. So you must be very disappointed in the show and your kids for enjoying this. What's your name? Mandy. What do you think?
It's not the first show of yours I've been to.
Oh, give a round of applause. That's sick.
Yeah.
Mandy loves it. I think that makes you a sick cunt mum, Mandy. So that's good. Okay, so awesome. See, I told you guys at the start of the show, I'm trying to get the mum market so that I can break into the retirement home market.
Should we try and set up that dude and Mandy?
Oh, are
Yeah.
you guys single?
Are you single?
Oh, okay.
No.
But your husband's not
I love
here,
that she
right?
considered it though. She looked at him. She was like, "Am I? Yes, I am. I am single. Yes, I've been single for."
But it's all right, man, because her husband's not here. You should give it a go. There's a camera is filming us, not you guys. So there's no way. Oh my God, they're
Yeah.
fucking kissing.
For those on
Oh,
Facebook,
oh,
Put your clothes back on.
for those on Facebook and at home, there's a gentleman a similar age to Mandy. That was the joke.
yes, that's. There he goes now.
Thank you for coming.
My 13-year-old son is watching this live.
Oh, really? Hey, mate.
He's 13. He's on the internet. He's probably joking off. This is perfect content for him.
Well, that's why there's so many angry reacts, because he just found out. He just found out that this guy is his new dad. No, but thank you very much for coming. I assume I'll never see you again. So, Luke, what have you been up to recently? We didn't plan this thing. We just kind of did it like I do mine. We just turn on and go. What have you been doing, man? What have you been up to?
Touching my dick. I don't know. Like what? I don't know.
Is there,
You put me on the spot here.
come on, man. You really expect me to plan the show?
Yeah, that's true. I should have come prepared. Writing my show, to be honest. Working on the show, working on videos, hanging out with you too much.
Yeah. Really sick of each
Yeah,
other.
that's about it. That's just planning the show. That's all I do.
Yeah. Well, Ash, what's it? Because you came from America. Because
Yeah.
where I see, you've kind of done the opposite of what I want to do, right? So
Yeah.
you started off in America and then you moved to pursue comedy in Australia. And I kind of want to, I started off in Australia and I kind of see my career going to
well,
America.
here's the thing, man. Like, in my career, I've been to about 15 different countries. I've toured it.
Wow.
I used to do the whole, limousines and private jets and just the whole rock star, whatever life it was. And then fucking, that shit's just an empty feeling when you're done, man. Because, like, I didn't know who to trust. I didn't know what was going on around me. It was just so, when I came over here, it just seemed so much more calm and so much more what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand. You get that lifestyle, you don't fucking want it. It sounds nice, but you want a peace of mind. I have a peace of mind here. I could be who I want here. I like Aussie fame. Aussie fame, you guys don't give a fuck about Australian celebrities here. There's no fucking paparazzis here. You guys, like, if you see them fucking, like, yeah, fucking get on you, mate, fucking move on. I love that shit. It's like, in America, like, fucking, you guys, they take a pit over here. It's like, oh, fucking, oh, look, it's fucking whoever it is from fucking so-and-so. Fucking from Neighbors. Fucking who gives a fuck? Anyway, yeah.
But that's why people don't give a fuck, because they're from Neighbors.
That's
Yeah,
well, I'm
that's
just
true.
saying, woman, see, there's not an Aussie celebrity that Australian would go, oh, fuck, it's him, and fucking, let's see a picture. It's
Here's
more
the
like,
thing. The famous Australians are not in Australia. Like Hugh Jackman, Nicole Kidman and stuff, the actual famous Australians
exactly.
aren't
They go
living
to
in
America.
Australia. That's why they're
they
famous.
They get Americanized, or they get their American. But like, you guys don't even watch your own shows here, man. I was talking to my girl, the other Australians. You guys watch so many American shows here, and to me, I'm like, why? Like, I came here to get away from that shit,
Because
man.
Australian TV fucking sucks.
Hold on, let me finish. I was like, fucking, like, come on, I want to see some. I'm tired of all these American shit. And then I saw Neighbors, like, oh, fuck this shit, man. Neighbors, fucking, I get it now. Neighbors. Picking those in the pit the flavor. What the fuck it was? I don't know what it says. But, and it's just, and then everything American does, Australia does, except for the things that count. Like, for instance, America goes to a fucking war with ISIS, and fucking Australia's like, fucking, yeah, let's go to war with ISIS. And then America's like, fucking, you know what, we're going to fucking take a knee during the fucking, during the national anthem. And then Andrew Bourdain guy's like, yeah, well, let's fucking take a bow for the national anthem. And then America fucking legalizes gay marriage. Australia's like, I don't get it. Fucking, we love hate, but fuck love. We don't want to do that shit. But fucking, you got Tony Abbott, the guy fucking Dumbo ears and shit.
I
man.
miss him.
I miss him
fucking
too.
miss him. He's so
I
funny.
loved him. But his body demeanor. If you ever watch Tony Abbott on mute, he looks like he's fucking lying. You know what I'm saying? It's always like this, like. I'm fucking lying. Then he flies over his fucking ears and shit, man. And, yeah, but Julie Bishop, your politics here is like fucking Disneyland.
Oh, yeah, you can talk. You just fucking elected Donald Trump, mate.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Disneyland over there is fucking horror. You know what? Right now, I'm so happy I live here because I escaped two things in America. I escaped fucking gun violence. There's no guns here. You guys fucking stab more than anything else. And then I escaped Donald Trump. And everybody in America is trying to leave America, right? Like, one of my friends called me. He's like, hey, Ash, how's Australia? I'm like, fuck off. We're full. Click. We are full, nigga.
Okay, guys. I have two things to say. We have reached $225
Whoa!
on the fuck yeah. That's awesome. Fill that in. And
Yes.
I have another note that says, people at home can't wait to kill themselves. So thank you very much, guys. Everyone giving the angry react because... Why do I even do this shit? You guys fucking hate it. And all you do, I never get positive feedback. I never get constructive criticism. All I get is, hey, I just put up a new video. Yeah, mate, can't wait to fucking kill myself. This sucks.
Are you serious?
I don't know how I'm supposed to improve when every time I try something new, everyone's like, yeah, I'm going to jump off the Westgate. It's fucked.
Your fans are autistic.
They are. You know what? I saw this great post that somebody else made going, the 4 types of Lewis Spears fans. The first one was just a dude in a fedora, right? And that's basically you. Can you stand up and come here? Come here, man. Come up here.
Oh my God, it is him. That's the
Round of
guy.
applause. So that's this guy, okay?
No, wait,
There's
no.
one.
Let's line them all up. Let's look
Okay.
for them all. They'll be all here.
Okay, so you stay. So
This
the
is the quintessential Lewis
This is
fan.
fan number one.
Number one.
Let's find fan number two. What was
Okay,
fan number
the
two?
second one was just the word autism. So is anybody...
Is anyone going to volunteer?
So, wait, bro, you're going to get the live stream banned.
He's confusing autistic with drunk. Look how many beers are under his...
Holy fuck, he's had 5 beers. What a legend.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, pull your weight. This guy's going to end up in an ambulance.
All right, what was the third one?
Can autistic people drink? All right. Okay, so the third Lewis Spears fan was just like a stereotypical lad. So does anyone here have a knife? Oh, he's in a polo. That's you, mate. That's you. Come here, mate. Come here, mate. That's you. All right, so we got our lad. Okay, I wasn't joking when this shit was accurate. Okay, we've got one. This is the third type.
Yeah.
And then the fourth type was just a grave. So someone who's killed themselves. And then the final type, right, this one's really accurate, is the one pretty girl who has no friends who like me, right? So I think that's you over there. Come up here because she came with her brother and her mum. So obviously... You've got no friends that like me? No? Okay, but that's right. Okay, so that's the 4 types of Lewis Spears fans I'm sure you identify with here. Thank you very much, guys. Give them a round of applause.
Yeah.
The most accurate shit I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, how do you tell when someone likes you and someone hates you? Because you get a lot of fucking hate, but your fans also hate you. So like, how can you tell when they're fans or not?
There's one way to tell. It's real
Fuck,
easy.
like they'll drop $30 on you every year, but they'll fucking hate your
just
guts for the other
slag
11
him
months.
just for-
Yeah, okay.
Like, we
so-
fucking hate you. Like, I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, well, you guys only hang around because I give you massive opportunities like these. You should really need them for your career.
Oh my god, the height of my career at the top of a bar that doesn't serve haggis, you faggot.
I'm loving this epileptic seizure. Thanks for the opportunity, Lewis.
Couldn't even get the third guy on the fucking podcast. You had to replace him with a black guy.
That's fucked up, man.
Well
You
done,
had to fucking
faggot.
settle. It's bullshit,
Okay,
man.
so
This guy has to fucking not face his feelings and have fucking 5 beers because he doesn't want to be around you. And the only pretty girl didn't want to fucking come up and be near you. She needs to be around her fucking mum to protect herself. Nah, but seriously, thank you. That was good.
That's right, man.
Really appreciate it, man.
Well, you know what? You should be fucking lucky because otherwise you'd be fighting for ISIS on the wrong side of the wall. So
That would be true. And even there, there'd be Jews, so I'm really thankful for this opportunity.
Right.
Oh,
absolutely.
Jesus.
Okay,
he's Jewish
so
too.
and you'll notice.
Ashley's just regretting what he's agreed to.
Oh, man.
Fuck, man. They already hate me. But fuck, I don't
Do you remember the first time? I think what allows us to do this is like, that, I don't mean to sound really corny, but like we're very real with each other. Now, I remember the first time you called, we really connected straight away because you're like, I just feel like I'm the best. I'm like, dude, you are. Then you are. And there's so many, like, too many comics in Melbourne are wankers. And I need you to know, like, I mean it in the purest sense of the word.
Oh my God.
They're wankers and they
Yes.
have no fucking drive to be the best, right? And they all feel like, no, I'm not the best. I just want to create art and be around other.
And I think this is true in most industries. Do you know what I mean? Like lots of people enjoy making whether it's music or comedy or fucking dancing or ISIS. It's everybody wants to really. Lots of people want to do it, but nobody.
No
really,
one wants to admit it. They're lying
Yeah.
to themselves. They don't want to admit that, and that stops them from progressing. They go like, I'm just happy where I am, creating my craft. If I earn no money at all, at least I'm doing what I love. Fucking
Bullshit, man.
wankers.
You gotta fucking.
What
And
wankers.
I think that line of feeling allows it's an easy way to think. Do you know what I mean? Like it's easy to go. I'm just doing it for the love of it. I don't care how well I do. I just want to do it, and that's a really low risk. Well, you can't fail that. There's no way you can fail. You know what I mean? Like you can. But at the same time, if you think like, I don't care, I just want to do it and be, I don't care how good I am, that line of thinking will mean that you won't progress. Do you know what I mean? You won't push yourself to get better. If the only way I think to truly succeed in something is to tell yourself that you're the fucking best until it's actually true. Because if you keep telling yourself that and then, you step on stage in front of 50 people, you go, fuck, I'm not yet.
But
but you want to be,
And I admire the dialogue that you have with your audience because the thing is, we talk to each other. Like for me, for example, I haven't tapped into it. I don't know, like I haven't got a big online following because I don't know how to talk to my fans and connect with them online. Lewis honestly is a leader in doing that in Australia, in being able to, getting the highest fans online to bums on seat ratio. No other person can do it like Lewis does. And it's because he goes online and goes, hey guys, I want to be the best, but I'm a bit shit right now. Can I have some money so that I can do this? And it's just the most honest thing in the world, while other people don't have that honesty. And that lets his fans go, yeah, here's some of my money. I want you to be the best. P.S. You're a faggot. And it's just like, and it's just the most real dialogue. And that's what progress is. That's what getting...
And it's true, you are a faggot. So.
You are.
Well, look, I'm just trying. I appreciate you guys' support because one day I might not be a faggot. So thank you very much for all your support. I'm trying. I'm sorry that I'm not there yet. But I'll get there one day. It's just all these dicks come in. I just can't help myself. But you asked the difference between someone who hates
Fans that
you.
hate you.
Is just like in your fucking... That was a callback. Fucking
Throwback. Nailed it, man. That'll sell a ticket. Where can they buy tickets?
Fucking ruthless.
Don't worry about it.
Man, this is going to be great. I know all of those films going to be Pokemon Boy gets owned.
Yeah, okay, so the difference between you guys and someone who actually hates me, okay, is someone who actually hates me, that lasts for maximum 3 days, right? You guys remember when I released that World Vegan Day video? I have never in my life received more hate for a video or anything that I've ever done ever. And I have definitely done some reprehensible shit. Like, that's way worse than that. That was obviously a comedy video. I don't hate vegans, right? Let me tell you the story behind the Stop World Vegan Day, right? I was walking down my street one day and I saw a flyer advertising World Vegan Day and the date and explaining that World Vegan Day basically encourages everyone to go vegan for the day to prove how easy it is. You know, that's not impossible. And I saw that and immediately my first thought was, I can ruin that. Which just proves the type of person that I am. I like vegans. My true thoughts on vegans is they are absolutely correct. I don't care about killing animals. I think that's, food chain shit. But in terms of environmentally speaking, the meat industry is fucking up the planet. And vegans really help bring that down, right? The negative effect. But just because you're right doesn't mean I'm not going to piss you off. So I made this video going, Stop World Vegan Day, and I encouraged everybody on the same day to eat twice as much meat as you normally would to cancel out the effects. And I thought that the angry vegan thing was just a massive stereotype. I thought, that's not true. I've never met an angry vegan. Then I put that video out and had empirical evidence that it's even more true than I previously thought. It got like 2 million views, and for 3 days, everyone on my page fucking hated me. There were a couple of comments going, this is funny, but then they were immediately drowned out by, you fucking animal killer. And for 3 days, everyone hated me. And then after that 3 days, I was back to you guys with the sustained hatred that is infinite and never-ending. So the difference between real fans and people who hate me is you guys will never stop with the shit talk.
I love when I see a comment and it's just someone like one of the lads going, on your Lewis, nah, this is great, boys, have a watch, this guy's really funny. I'm like, not a real fan. Like, not a real fan, that guy doesn't like you.
And it was crazy. I was in that video for about 4 seconds, right? 4 seconds screen
Yeah,
time.
I got the same.
I caught backlash on my Twitter from like animal rights groups and stuff. Like I don't think you even tagged me. I don't even they went and stalked me. I don't have a big Twitter following at all. I don't try on Twitter. I never get messages on Twitter. I got, hey man, I just want to think about what you've done. Then they sent me a video of animals being slaughtered. And I just replied with, I think you forget what bacon tastes like. And fucking
Because there's no way.
2 likes, by the
2
way.
likes.
Yeah.
That's great.
Fucking got him.
There's no way to respond to that kind of massive hatred. Like, there's no way you're going to turn them around. You know what I mean? Like, when someone goes, "You're fucking evil and you should die," and all this kind of shit. There's no way to turn that around. The only action I think that you can do is make them angrier, because it's funny.
Yeah.
Because you copped a lot of hate for it too.
I copped a lot of hate. I wasn't even I was in it for like 2 seconds. Lewis called me. He was like, "Hey, I need an Arab." I'm like, "Fuck off, cunt."
It's the only time I call him, is when I need an Arab.
I need an Arab dude in this thing. I'm like, "Can you not?" And I honestly was like, "I don't think I want to be in this, man. Like, you keep fucking pigeonholing me as the Arab dude." He was like, "You are the Arab dude."
He doesn't want to be typecast. But, mate, you're in fucking a movie called Ali's Wedding.
So
I think you're typecast already, mate.
So then he was like, what was the dialogue? He was like, I just want you to be in it for like 2 seconds saying, I like...
Okay, so
I think we should do... Oh, you finish telling your story, then we should do that.
Long story short, someone commented on my thing. They're like, hey, I used to be a really big fan of yours, but then I saw you on Lewis's video and fuck you. I'm never going to see you again. I'm going to tell everyone to never watch your stuff again. P.S. You're not a real Muslim. And I was like, what the fuck? Anyways, I went to the school, shot everyone. It was...
And then she came back. Oh, no, clearly you are.
Yeah, no, oh shit, my bad. I'm sorry. You killed my daughter. I love you. Too heavy? Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Oh, fuck. What were we going to do?
Some live body
Thank you
shaming.
very much, Caitlin.
I think it's time for you to talk about this weight issue that you...
Okay, all right. I've been putting this off. Okay.
Oh, wait. When I say weight issue, I mean malnourishment. I don't mean like it's excessive weight. That's not a problem.
Okay. All right, so a month ago, almost exactly a month ago on the podcast, I said, so let's put it out there. I'm incredibly underweight. I look like Frenchie if they put him in an internment camp. Okay? I'm incredibly underweight, and even he's fucked, but I'm worse, okay? So I said I wanted to hit like 80 kilos before I go on tour. That's my weight. That's when I'll fill out this T-shirt, this Try and Stop Me T-shirt, which will be available on tour. Just a quick plug. So I was like, you know what? Let's set a goal here, and I'd encourage you guys to help motivate me. And I thought, I've been reading all these articles speaking out against body shaming and talking about how body shaming is ruining self-esteem. And I thought, it only ruins your self-esteem if you do nothing about it, right? Because basically they go, hey, you're a fucking skinny cunt, and then you look at yourself and you go, oh, I am. That hurts my feelings. But if you do something about it, you go, oh, I am a skinny cunt now, but soon I'll be massive, right? So you can use it to motivate you. So I encouraged all of you guys to body shame me, and for the next month, my Instagram was filled, again, with hateful comments about how skinny I am. And unfortunately, because the podcast is like my least watched thing, it only gets about 6,000 plays an episode, which compared to my other stuff is really small. Nobody else knew what was going on. All of a sudden, there was just an influx of hatred for my body. And all these other people who never listened to the podcast were going, I don't understand this at all. Why is everyone being so mean? I might as well join in. And now we have the Angry React live stream. So this is all your fucking fault, okay? And I said, look, what I'm going to do is my tour is in 2 months. So I thought, you know what? Now I want to hit 75 kilos for the live podcast. And I would weigh myself on stage, and you guys could all body shame me. So what I'm going to do is strip down to my underwear, and we'll see if I've made weight. All right? This is like the UFC weigh-ins, but a lot more gay, and it's not going to end in a fight. It's just probably going to end with me killing myself. So where's the scales? Where are the scales?
Ready.
Oh, there they are. Okay, all right. So I guess I better begin.
For those listening at home, me and Khaled and Ashley should probably commentate this strip show.
I mean,
well, maybe
I
just
am
give him a
in the
lap dance
position
while you're doing it.
or I can basically fuck him in the ass right now.
Yeah.
It's most intense.
So essentially what we're seeing is a prisoner of war just...
I feel like
You
I'm
said
watching
you wanted to be body shamed, man.
I feel like I'm watching a rerun of Schindler's List. Right now.
No, man, I told you, no Jews.
Well, that's what they thought too.
He looked like a fat skeleton. He looks like a fucking... Looks like an erection. A walking hard-on.
All right, get the scales in the middle.
See, Ash, I'm happy with you insulting me in a funny way. That's fine. That doesn't hurt my feelings. But you just laughing, that's fucking really mean.
It's like, it's not even clever, it's just true.
It's 9 p.m.
And, well, you know what, Ash? I might be incredibly underweight, but at least I'm not black, all right?
Oh!
Okay, so I'm about to step on the scales.
I can tell
Do you
you was
guys
small.
think I look 75 kilos?
You look 75 years old.
Come in closer. All right. Does anybody else from the audience want to give it a go? Body shame me?
You look like Ahmed the Dick Terrier.
Normally I get that, so if you get it, that's fucked.
And that came from fucking Mandy, the mum. Holy shit. Does anybody who's not a parent want to give it a go? I don't think... That's like 45 years of pent-up rage there.
Asterisk number 1256.
I don't know what you just said.
That's the autistic fan. All right. We'll do one more and then I'll weigh myself and we'll see if I'm 75. Yeah?
All right, so my mum told me that when I'm your age, I'll be bigger, I'll fill out more. But looking at you right now, I'm pretty sure that's not true.
Listen, I
That
feel
was
like...
shit. That one was a bit shit, guys. Well, I think that was...
Hold on, we got one more.
Dude, Mandy, you need to roast him again.
Yeah, man.
You weren't kidding about the dick before. You're like...
I did a joke about how because the rest of me is so long, my dick looks really small in comparison. But, you know, that's right, man, because it's fucking 9 inches. Suck me. All right, I'm going to step on the scales and we'll see what we're doing, what we're working with. Let's see if I'm 75 yet. Do you want to read it out? Oh, you'll come too close to my dick. I'll read it out. Luke, what am I?
A faggot?
Now I'm like just... Well, my head's closer to his dick, so that's me. 76.
Yeah, boys. Thank you very much.
Nah, that scale's fucked.
And that's scientific evidence that body shaming works, everyone. So don't believe the articles. Bully all of your friends. All right, let me put my clothes back on. 'Cause I'm not going to do the rest of it.
How great is it? That's the biggest clap you're ever going to get in your career.
And you weren't even wearing pants.
So what's your workout regimen like?
Well, I go to gym 3 times a week.
We went to the gym once together.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh,
It would
yeah,
have
we
been
did.
great, like really good confidence booster for Khaled. He just would have felt.
I was like, I don't know, man. I always feel really uncomfortable at the gym. Then he came and I was like, I'm like a Super Saiyan. You taught me how to squat, actually.
I bet he did.
Okay, believe it or not, I used to be a personal trainer. Everyone laughs. Everyone laughs. It's fucking true. I used to be a personal trainer before I started comedy when I was 18 years old. I actually was a lot heavier. I weighed like 85
Sorry, did I
kilos.
say personal trainer? I meant cancer patient. Sorry, I used to be a cancer patient.
Yeah, no, I was a personal
Come on.
trainer, and I did that, and then I found... And then I found comedy, and the difference between personal training and comedy is when you're a personal trainer, you can afford to buy food.
Now, that's a joke that the comedians don't make much money for those who
I
do.
mean, they don't.
Maybe it just wasn't a good joke.
Yeah. Ashley is much further along in his career than we are. So
I remember I saw you 5 years ago at the Comic Slams for the first time, and you were actually my hero. Like I saw you because I hadn't even started comedy yet, and I saw him and I was like, man, you're fucking amazing, and it was just all downhill from there. It was just
well,
you know what? Ashley's a cunt every time I'm at the Comics Lounge because that's his place, that's his element, right? He goes on, smashes it every single time he's at the Comics Lounge. And sometimes when I go on there, I'm a little bit nervous. Big crowd, 400 or 500 people sometimes. So I'm coming out, and then every time I come out, Ashley's just waiting at the stairs, and I'm like, oh fuck, and I'm like, I just want someone to say something nice. And he comes in, he's like, hey man, that was really great, man. Well done. Where do you think you lost him? I'm like, every fucking time.
Or like, hey man, did you go on yet? Yeah, fucking good job. Yeah, fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was listening. Did you go on? Yeah, I was listening. No, it was
You know,
good.
one thing about comics, these guys, I've never seen these guys bomb, but like here's a code in comedy. When a comic doesn't do that well and you don't know how to tell them, the key word is, you tell them they had a lot of energy. So you gotta tell them, it's like, fuck, how's my set? You fucking had a lot of fucking energy. I'll tell you that shit right now. I fucking had a lot of energy. And that could work in real life. You know what I'm saying? That would be nice. Like, your girlfriend goes, hey honey, does my ass look fat? Fucking, those jeans have a lot of fucking energy. I was like, or that ugly ass, oh, look at my baby, isn't he cute? Fucking, he's got a lot of fucking energy. Fucking,
You know what? I gotta hand it to you though. Svelte ass. You're a nice firm.
oh, thank you very
ass.
much.
Out of all the things, like everything else, just decrepit and weird. But
Yeah.
Good ass.
That's because I've been squatting heaps because I got
Yeah.
good squat form. I'm squatting 80 kilos.
Nice.
Which is heavier than me. It's pretty fucking good. I'm deadlifting 90 kilos.
Do you go to the gym, Luke? You're a runner.
Yeah, I do running. You can't put on weight when you run. Well, that's what I say. I probably.
You also can't afford food. That's a big thing.
Yeah, I do like long distance running, so that's why I'm skinny. You have no excuse.
By the way, he's one of those insane people that like plays it down. Like he runs like fucking 25 Ks. How long do you run?
No, not
Like an
anymore.
Ethiopian
The
amount.
furthest I've ever done was 22K up a mountain. That was the dumbest
fucking
thing.
insane.
Why? But why?
Don't all.
I mean, I run, but from cops. You know what I'm saying? But that's about it. If there's a dog behind me or a cop, I'm fucking out
Or
of
a
there.
visa in front of you?
Or a
But
visa.
No, but you actually did get deported.
I didn't get deported.
You got to tell the
Yeah.
story. What? Ash
listen,
got deported. Unfortunately, he came back.
I know it's live, but and in case you're watching, I'm straight now. I'll tell you what. I came here on a tourist visa. On a tourist visa, you weren't allowed to perform, and I came in Australia. I did some free shows, and I performed. And fucking, what happened was, when I did my tourist visa, I wanted to extend it, so I went to extend my tourist visa, and I went to the immigration office in the CBD area around here. And this is a true story. The case officer that assigned me saw me at one of my shows, all right? And you ever get like racist on yourself, like to get out of something?
No.
He was like,
White as
I bet
fuck.
not. Khaled understands it. And he was like,
I feel you, dog.
seriously, he was like, hey man, aren't you? I'm like, hey, fucking nah, man, we all look alike. And they fucking let me, they told me to leave, and I left, and I came back, but I got my visa straight right now, so yeah, man, it's difficult. After the whole ISIS thing, they fucking bumped it up to, it used to be like $4,000 to get a visa. Now it's about $15,000 if you want to get your
Man,
fucking
Khaled,
visa.
what the fuck?
Thanks, Khaled.
Oh, that was fucking.
They're making it so hard here to fucking to be a fucking whatever person.
Citizen?
Citizen.
It's actually quite easy. Just
like-
assimilate.
You know, I came here by airplane, but I wasn't fucking good enough.
Man, I remember we had a show that we were going to do together, like the week that you got deported. I
Yeah,
remember
I was like-
I gave you a call. I'm like, hey, man, you ready to do the thing? And you're like, hey, man, funny story. I'm in Haiti right now. I'm like, what?
No, I was in Bali trying to reset my visa.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And then I ended up
Some
it
fucking
didn't- it
weird
didn't
black
work.
island.
I had to fucking fly to Korea and then back to. It was just really fucked, man. But I'm happy to be here. I live here now. I'm fucking one of you guys, so fucking it's nice. I'm a Aboriginal Negro, I guess when I call him. Aboriginal nigga, but I'm here, man. I love it. I love some of the names you guys have here for your suburbs, man. Some of the names of your suburbs sounds like words that Black Americans say. You got a place here called Werribee, right? That's what we say we lost. Hey, where we be, nigga? Shit.
Okay.
Lewis
We
just
just got
it's
the
like it's like a cop rocked up and like you look on your face and he's received a note and it was like a police officer when they rock up and tell you that like a family member died. You were just like, oh shit.
So the update on the tap. Do you have any guesses, Khaled? To give you an idea, we're about 2/3 through, so you'd think we'd be about 2/3 full. What do you think we're at?
I was watching. It looked like you had another 10. Someone here, you had a couple? You had one?
Yes, legend.
Yeah, we've got one. We've got a couple over here. So
couple
I
alcoholics.
Yeah.
I reckon there was maybe a total of like 5 or 6 more drinks. That's what I feel.
Yeah, because we were on 220, now we're on 350.
This guy's doing meth.
So, yeah, no one applauds this time. Don't applaud. You should be disappointed in yourselves, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 14.
If you guys don't drink, he's going to fucking die. So,
Yes.
everybody over here, it's totally cool for you to walk in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Like, fuck the live stream. They're all angry anyway. So
Who
walk
the
in
fuck
front
is
of it.
still watching this?
I don't know. These people are trapped in the room.
Any more comments from any angry people? From
You know what's funny?
I don't think so.
Like
It's-
every comedian has a show. Like Jerry Seinfeld has a show, comedians in cars getting coffee. Your show is just comedians on stools shitting on each other, and it's fucking terrible. So
This is 100% the worst thing I've ever been a part of.
well, at least
Yeah.
we got the strobe lights, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty cool. My eyes fucking hurt. It's
Yeah, I feel like
not
I'm gonna get a
good.
seizure or something. Man.
Thank you very much to everybody who's grabbing a drink.
this will
I
be
really
the
appreciate
longest
it.
podcast you've ever done.
Yeah, it is. All right, so what we're going to do, guys, is look, we can't keep waiting for the thing to fill up. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one of the worst parts of the podcast in a sec.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Not this part.
But okay. No one
People
wants-
are leaving.
Okay. No, don't leave because, right, after this part of the podcast, we're going to end it. We'll all go to the west gate. And we'll all jump off together. That way, right, we don't have to put up with miscellaneous bit at the end anymore, and I won't have to pay the fucking tab. No, but after the podcast wraps up, all four of us are going to hang around here. We're going to be buying drinks, and you guys can hang around for as long as you want. Like, we don't have to leave until, like, midnight, I think. We got the room for that long, so... Yeah, like, this is not supposed to be a showroom. As you can tell, with the fucking stroke.
This isn't a show.
Yeah, okay, so... I have... Over the last, like, 2 episodes, I've been dealing with a fucking saga. Now, if you don't know, for people watching at home, or if you don't know, miscellaneous bit at the end is the worst part of the podcast.
Can I tell you a story right before we go into miscellaneous bit at the end? Just a quick one.
Just a quick story,
Just a really
because
quick
I
one.
really don't want to do this part of the podcast.
It's just I'm a little bit tense because, and I don't know. I feel like I know you guys now, and I can tell you a story, like from my heart. Like I don't know. I feel like I've been trying too hard to do jokes, but I'm a little bit tense because something actually happened to me, and I want to share it with you guys just so I can move on and just have declutter my mind.
It is live stream. Is that okay? It's not just 50 people.
Fuck it. I might as well. Yeah, I'll say it. Firstly, I know this is weird. I'm saying it with a smile on my face, but like it's just because that's how I deal with things. But this morning, my auntie died.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I know it's weird for me. It's a little bit hard for me, but she died and she had pancreatic cancer and she had it. Jesus, dude.
Sorry.
Anyways,
I'm sorry.
You guys are kind of being a little
I'll wrap
bit
this up. This is
insensitive.
weird. No, he doesn't mean it. But it's anyway, she had pancreatic cancer, and she actually gave me a call while she was on a hospital bed because she really wanted to say goodbye before I don't know. And so she
Guys,
called.
don't laugh. He's opening up. She just died of pancreatic cancer.
Anyway, no, I feel like I don't mean to. Anyways, it was fucking horrible, and I'm just glad to be with you guys now. And I just, it was shit. Like she died, and I was really close to her, and I just want to say that phone call was one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life, and I would rather do it 1 million times over than have to do miscellaneous fucking bit at the end. I do not want to do miscellaneous bit at the end.
Thank you for your story,
I
Carl.
was wondering where the fuck is this going. I'm like, hey, why are we doing this right now?
Ashley's never listened to the podcast before. Fucking lie.
I got a life, but yeah.
Okay, look, so I'm going to recap what's happened the last 2 episodes. So the last 2 episodes...
How weird is it my auntie actually did die from pancreatic cancer like a month ago? It's just
Really?
Just well, yeah, I just thought I was the only thing I could think of, but and honest to God, it's way like I'd do it again, honestly. Like honest to God, no regrets.
Okay. So we're going to start off, before we get into the massive big one, right? We're going to start off, we've got 2 light ones. I put the call out on Snapchat. I asked people to send in some life advice questions. If they needed some life advice, we will answer it together. And the first email that I got is a really simple one. Literally the entire email is just this. I suspect one of my friends might be a Jew. What should I do? And is there a Get him out! So Ash, would you like to?
No wonder we haven't made any fucking money.
We need to get, because the entertainment industry is run by Jews, and they're not letting us in because it's the Illuminati, bro.
Zionist.
Reptilian shapeshifters. What do you want to handle this one, Ash?
What's
This
question?
guy thinks his friend might be a Jew.
Uh-huh.
What should he do?
Fucking try to get in the entertainment industry, man. Try to fucking. If you're Jewish and you're a comic and you haven't made it, it's your fucking fault. Well, actually, there's nothing wrong with Jewish people, man. That's fine. But what you don't want to
He's
do
lying.
is go and have dinner because you'll fucking always have to pay your part. You know, because they're fucking cheap, man. They're fucking really cheap, aren't they? Aren't you guys cheap? I was making sure. I don't know, man. Like, cause I'm black. I feel bad because I feel the race. I feel their pain. You know what I'm saying? Except for sometimes.
So they got way more money than you.
Jews, they stick together, man. They will support themselves, somebody else before they support somebody else that they hate. You know,
Oh, straight up, and I respect that. Like, because they dealt with all that shit after Jesus died. Everyone was like, "Well, that was really fucked. You just killed God. Let's kill all the Jews." And then they stuck together, and they were like, how about this? How about I set up a banking industry and fuck your life forever?"
Yeah,
they fucking won. Hands up, hands down. They win that one.
They fucking love burgers, you know, because every last name is a Heisenberger, Waterburger, fucking. Like a burger, have a burger.
Let's get off the anti-Jews, shall we? I think that was a little bit too much.
This is mean. This is
Very intense, and it's so weird because I'm Arab.
She has something to say.
Yeah.
Yes?
Just keep your eye on the gas bill.
Oh!
Fucking Mandy back at it again.
Fucking hell.
Wow.
Mandy. Wow.
Wow.
I think-
Jesus.
You know what?
Should I go give her the mic to drop?
Fuck.
Whoa.
Jesus fucking Christ. I mean Muhammad, but fucking. That was intense. Oh my God.
Okay, so see where the mum market is going terribly. All right, so the next question is...
Is that it?
yeah, that was the whole question. It's the first thing that I got. Was that one of you guys that sent that in? No, it was just some dude who...
They're just Jewish.
One of the guys angry reacting.
Jewish.
Okay. Okay, this is the next one. This is a bit longer. Hey, Lewis, my name is Amy, and I have a massive fucking problem. Yeah, you listen to the podcast. Like 6 or 7 years ago, I was in Sizzlers, a restaurant, and I was about to get myself some ice cream. I'm sure you know how those machines work. You push the button, the ice cream comes out, blah, blah. Well, that wasn't how it worked for me. Once I decided that I had enough ice cream in my bowl, I took my finger off the button, but the ice cream was still coming out, and I fucking lost it. It kept coming out until there was no ice cream left in the machine, and I ended up with it all over my arms and down my legs. The entire restaurant erupted into hysterical laughter, but I was fucking traumatized. This may seem funny to you. Yes. Fuck is this question? This may seem funny to you, but it has ruined my life. The mere thought of those machines make me want to vomit. If there's a tub of ice cream or even a cornetto in the same room as me, I have to leave that room. I feel so... I thought this was fake, but then she says this, right? I feel so stupid about this, but the incident has basically made me fear ice cream. So I guess what I'm asking is, how do I stop being an idiot and get over this fear? Hate your podcast, Amy. That's what I thought it was fake until she goes, I recognize that it's stupid, but I can't help it.
It's just a crazy machine. I like to think that there was a Jew behind there. Just
Can we stop with the Jew shit? I'm going to get banned.
What?
Free ice cream.
Why do they give away free ice cream?
Like they would.
Like they would. Oh, okay.
What flavor was it?
money.
It doesn't say what flavor. Does that matter?
Well, I mean, if it was like, vanilla, she probably hates sperm kind of a fucking penis. But because it's like the same kind of thing.
That's just not that funny. But I appreciate the effort.
And if it's chocolate, she hates shit. But anyway, I don't know.
Stop being a fuckhead. I don't know. You're scared of ice cream.
No, I see what Ash is saying though. Like what you're saying is like maybe we can like compartmentalize your fear into like just vanilla ice cream. We can work our way in from like chocolate,
Exactly.
and then like
Oh, yeah.
strawberry, and then see if we can like slowly
Exactly.
So what you're saying is like suck a lot of dick until when you get.
What I'm saying was, whatever flavor it was, stay away from that flavor. Don't.
Okay,
Ice cream
it's
is
very
good.
pragmatic.
But no, she says she has a fear of ice cream as an entity. Like
Okay,
it's a-
okay.
Well, fucking don't eat ice cream then. Fucking, you
That's
know
fair.
what? It's doing her
It's
a favor.
really not that much of an issue.
Dairy
Like,
is bad for you anyway.
Hey.
Okay, all right. Holy fuck. Okay, so there's two big pieces. That's fucking amazing.
I can
All right.
see.
So
So-
fuck Amy off.
So the first, fuck Amy. The
Have fun
question's
with your ice
boring.
cream, bitch.
So
Tell her to get a beer.
the first thing on here is an update on the tab. What do you think we're at, boys?
What if Amy is like in the live podcast? She's got a rope to her neck. She's like, if they don't answer my fucking question, and then we're like, fuck Amy.
Well, look, if you're scared of ice cream, you probably should neck yourself.
Just eat other food would be the serious answer.
Yeah,
like
just
avoid
don't
ice
don't
cream.
eat ice cream. It's bad for you anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it's better. It'll help you lose weight if you need to. It'll help you stay healthy. Just don't eat ice cream. Yeah, just chill out. Exactly.
Jesus.
All right, so the first thing on here is we have reached $500. We're halfway. Fuck yeah. Thank you very much. All right. And the second part of the note, which I cannot believe, I put tickets on sale for my national tour on Thursday, and I just got an update here. I've sold 900 tickets. So in like 4 days. That's fucking...
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
I can't... I don't know what... That's... Thank you so much to everybody who's booked, to everybody who came to this, everyone watching at home. Like, that's... I can't fucking believe it. So to give you guys... an insight on how much that fucking means. Last year, my last tour, in total, after like 6 months of promotion, when the tour was finished, I sold just 1,200 tickets. And in 4 days, we're almost up to that. Thank you. I don't know what to say. Thank
To put
you
it in better
very much.
perspective, I've sold 8 tickets. As I sold... A good idea. Yep.
That's his whole career, though. That's just one show.
That's over the last 27 years.
Yeah, so I don't know what to say. Thank you very much. If you want to buy tickets, you're going to have to book soon because the tour is not that much bigger than last year, and it's, whatever.
It's fucking Amy, but she bought 800 of them. She's like, I'm not going to show up.
I'm bringing ice cream to all of them. Okay, awesome. Now we're going to get into the big one. Over the last 2 podcasts, I've been dealing with one question that keeps coming back. The guy's been sending updates. Have you guys heard? Do you guys know what I'm talking about if you've listened? Yes, Tom. Okay. So,
Yeah, fucking Tom.
for everybody watching at home and on YouTube, I'm going to give you guys a quick recap. This is the first email that he sent me. I've shortened it down. All right. So Tom emails me and he goes, "Hey, these are all fake names, all right? Well, actually, I found out that the girl's name is real, but his name is fake, which is a bit." So, Tom, or whatever your real name is, you're a cunt to this poor woman, all right? But I'm going to say a real name. Okay, so as of yesterday, the 13th of December, my girlfriend Gemma has been telling me how she feels. So basically, this guy is dating a girl, right? And she felt like she was being a bad girlfriend to him, and he didn't feel that way. But she thought the solution was they needed to take a break so that she could stop feeling that way, and then they could get back together and it'd be fine. Problem is, his girlfriend had cheated on him a few times, so he says, according to him. I don't know how much of this is true, right? So I basically said, look, if she feels that way, I think that you just need to let her go because it's not worth the stress and whatever, right? So that's what I said. That was the first email. He explained that, and then I said, yeah, just break up with her. You don't have to do anything mean. Just get rid of her, and you'll be happy, and she'll be happy, and it'll be fine. And then he emails me back, and he goes. Now, when I brought this up, the only 2 friends I have, when I brought this up to my only 2 friends I have, so he's only got 2 mates, so he is a podcast fan, they all said basically the same thing you said, which is let her go. And then he said they had a massive fight, and he started being a real cunt to her, is what he basically said. And then skip a few days ahead, and he's very single because she dumped me, because he was an arsehole. And then on New Year's Eve, he says that she sent her nudes of her and her best friend together, both with them by themselves and another with a bunch of dudes in the background. And then he was like, holy fuck, that makes me really angry. What I want to do is send them to her mum. What do you think I should do? Should I do this? And I said, no, don't send nudes that she sent you in confidence to her mother. That will instantly make you the asshole, right? Problem is, he sent this email just before my podcast. And that podcast, before I could give him the advice, I didn't have time to record it. So I didn't have time to give him advice. And then he emails me. Before I advised him, hey, don't do that, he goes, hey, sorry for all the emails. Just thought I'd tell you that the nudes I mentioned in the email were sent to my ex's mum, and now they're not talking to me. Yeah, so he sent them. I could have stopped this from happening, guys. I feel really guilty. I told her all the fuck shit her daughter did to me, blah, blah, blah. Basically, he sent nudes of her to her mum, and I was like, and he goes, He goes, "Did I wreck a thought or nah?" And I went, "No. You're just an asshole. Why is there even any debate about this? You're an asshole."
Wait. So he sent nudes. Okay, so his girlfriend cheated on him, and then she sent
According to him.
once they broke up, she sent nudes of her and another dude.
Yeah.
Why is he an asshole?
You would do this.
100%. I
You
would
would send it to her mum.
I would go fuck her mum. What are you talking about? What?
He would
What
send
do
nudes that he has already of her mum.
What do
to,
you-
to her daughter?
Dad.
To the dad.
Yeah, so you would do this. You feel no
Yeah,
guilt.
and then I would take photos of me and her mum and send it to her. Well, I don't get it. I honestly, I don't understand. Is everyone looking at me like I'm weird, or is anyone like on
Okay,
the
we'll
same
do a
wavelength?
survey, all right? Okay, we'll do a survey. Who thinks
Mandy's
that...
on my wavelength.
The dude
Mandy's
in the
like,
back just
I'll
like-
fuck ya.
The dude in the back, he's like, does anyone think I'm weird? One guy in the back just went, yeah.
Okay, so, all right, so who thinks that I am correct? You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't send nudes to her mum. Okay, it's only half...
She cheated on him. Can we just put that out there? And
Yeah,
these are
but
nudes of her and another dude.
Yeah, but, okay, we don't know.
It's the context that matters.
There's no context. If someone sends you nudes, you don't send them to their mum.
No one wants to see their daughter's clit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay. So half of you guys disagree. Who thinks Khaled's right? That you should send nudes to her mum?
Thank you.
Mandy.
Mandy, thank you, Mandy.
Right, that's it. Mandy, come here.
Man-
Mandy, come up here. Come up here. I want to talk to you. You're
Her
a mum.
daughter
Come
is
here.
like-
Come here. I want to talk to you about this. All right. We've got a real mum.
Her,
in the
her
audience,
daughter.
and her daughter's here.
I'm just imagining this old grandmother that's gotten all of these nudes
All right.
from like ex-jilted boyfriends, and she's like at the waiting room, just going like, "This is my granddaughter." It's like,
Yeah,
this is her sucking a dick here.
So, Mandy,
Hello, Mandy. Lovely
Mandy.
to see you in the flesh.
Mandy, I just want you to imagine this, okay? Imagine your daughter's there. Her name's Caitlin, right? Imagine that we're dating, okay? Imagine she's my girlfriend, all right? Talk to me later, Caitlin. Imagine that we're dating, okay? And for all you know, it's going well, okay? And then one day, unbeknownst to you, you probably wouldn't know, right? I'm assuming the mum has no idea. Caitlin cheats on me, right? Okay? We've got a bad relationship anyway. She's had enough. She cheats on me. You don't know any of this, right? So for all you know, we've got a great relationship. Then one day, 12 p.m., as you're on lunch break at work, you get a text from your daughter's boyfriend. You go, "Oh, why is he texting me?"
Ex-boyfriend,
No,
ex-jilted
she doesn't
boyfriend.
know. She doesn't know, right? In your mind, we're dating, right?
you,
get
Mandy.
a text. Oh, why is Caitlin's boyfriend texting me? You open it, and it's Caitlin fucking someone
Someone other than the boyfriend.
other than me.
I'd bitch slap her into next year.
This is fucking Jerry Springer. I love it.
The best.
Okay, but so you be angry at her, not me.
Number one, she cheated.
Yes! Fucking Mandy, come on.
But she's your daughter.
Number two, she took naked photos of herself
Yes,
and
yep.
the other party.
Totally your rights, but
Number
yep.
three, she sent them to said boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
Ex-boyfriend.
Yep. Number 4, he was a Jew.
A black Jew.
Hey, what the hell?
Okay.
How cool is Mandy?
Holy fuck. All right. So, okay, I'm wrong. I accept it. I'm wrong. If anyone ever cheats on you, take photos of their tits and send them to their mum. Because
It's the right thing to
Or
do.
is it send it to Mandy? She doesn't give a fuck. So that's why
actually, you
Seen
know
it all
what?
before.
I've just had another thought. Because, Mandy, you brought both of your kids to this podcast and your 13-year-old son's watching at home. So, obviously, you're a horrible mum.
Absolutely the worst.
Okay, so Mandy freely admits she's the worst mum ever. So, I think...
No, Mandy has a relationship with her son and daughter in the same way that you have with your fans. Like, they're all mean to each other, but that's true love. You would be a shit father.
Okay, true. All right. Well, thank you for your input, Mandy. Can we give her a round of applause? That's all we want. Thank you very much. This is fucking mental. Okay, let's come into the... Oh, I can't even believe that I'm wrong. I can't believe... That's like the one thing. Normally I'm like, yeah, do the worst shit ever. But that's like the one thing where I was like, no, you probably shouldn't. That's mean. And I'm wrong. All right, so, congratulations, mate.
Fuckboy in the corner, just like...
Just so you know...
Yeah, me and my cousin getting married soon.
So Caitlin, just be warned, if you ever send me nudes, it's going straight to your mum. All right, so...
Caring is caring.
Mandy's just made this podcast way better. It should just be the Mandy podcast.
I like to think, Mandy, that your daughter's just come out for a night out and she's dressed modestly and you're like, why are you going out? Whore it up a little bit. Why are you going out dressed like that? Not like that. You're not. Turn around, go back, show us some fucking clip. Then go. She actually is like that. Oh, wow.
Okay,
This is fantastic.
Awesome. Well, she's done a good job, Caitlin, because you look like an absolute whore tonight, so... I'm just joking. You look lovely. Okay.
300 an hour.
300 an hour. That's cheaper than what I normally spend.
Well, it looks like you're going to have to bargain down. Lewis is a bit broke at the moment. Guys, so if you want more incentive to make this happen.
Yeah, all right.
Sorry?
He only needs 5 minutes.
That was from the bartender.
You just got roasted by
Okay,
the venue.
Look, all right.
The venue that you hired
don't-
to do a show in is roasting
Okay.
you.
Look, bitch. I'm paying your fucking wages. Don't fucking insult me. Fucking hell. I'll complain to your manager.
How was the podcast? Bar girl took a big steamy dump on Lewis. It was awesome.
Hey, guys, service was great, but get rid of that bitch. But thank you for your input. I appreciate it. Ash, you haven't said anything for 10 years. You all right?
I'm
You just don't want to participate?
I'm stunned that white people behave like this. It's just not. I'm not used to it. But fuck, good on you, mate.
No, it's just the people who like me that are fucking animals, all right? And Mandy.
She doesn't even fucking like you.
Yeah, that's true.
She just works here.
Yeah, she has to be here. So she's hating it that much that she's like, well, she's swept up in the energy of you cunts. She's like, I might as well be an asshole. All right, so let's get back into the emails, all right? So we jump back in. So he sent the news to her mum, and I was basically like, yeah, that's a bad thing to do. And the reason he said that, reason he did the nudes was because she was fucking around with this guy that he hates, right? This guy that's hanging around his girlfriend. He hates the other guy, all right? So that's his whole thing, is he really hates this other guy who's having sex with his ex-girlfriend. And so, right, basically... he goes, I told him that he did the wrong thing. And then he emailed back last week's episode. He goes, hey, man, you're probably right. It was a bad thing to do. I actually regret doing it. I did it out of anger. It was not a good thing to do. So I'm right. Overall, I'm right in this fucking situation. Fuck you, Mandy, where I'm the correct. Fuck you, mate. I'm correct, all right? And then she goes, and then he sends me an update, all right? So, he's talking about this other guy, about how much he hates this other guy that's seeing his girlfriend. And then I got an email from the other guy. And he goes, love your work, man. He said, wouldn't want you to have it on the podcast, but I'd like to share this with you. Well, it's too fucking late, isn't it? I was listening to your latest podcast this morning, and one of the questions relating to Tom and Gemma hit hard home for me, mainly because it sounds like Gemma may be the girl I'm currently seeing. The scenarios mentioned mostly all line up with current events. However, there are two versions to everything that Tom has said. Without prompting, Gemma has mentioned all of these things to me, so she's not hiding anything. While you gave Tom sound advice, this has torn me a bit. Anyway, just wanted to let you know about this and that there's more to it. And while I've asked her about it now and linked the podcast to her, I'm hoping this doesn't ruin our relationship we have, because it's working out and I'm quite happy. And then...
You fucked it now.
Just wait, okay? I've kept this a secret from you guys. he's the other guy who sent this email is here in the audience. And I swear on my fucking
This
life.
is fucking Jerry Springer.
Wait. I swear on my fucking life, this is not planned. I didn't organize. This is all fucking real. I can show you the emails, right? It's all fucking real. I had no idea that the other guy was coming.
She did.
So if you would like to volunteer yourself, the other guy said, do you want to come up on here and talk? Give him a round of applause. Come up here. There we go. Yeah, boys. G'day, mate. How you going? Can you take the microphone here? Okay, so...
Come sit on our lap.
Okay. So what's your name, man?
Darcy.
Darcy. All right. So everyone give a round of applause for Darcy. And right now, I just wanted to apologize to Tom that you have to watch this. But yeah, I know you're hating it. He's probably doing angry reacts at home, but it's too funny. Okay? It was just got way too Jerry Springer. I had to fucking do it. So all of this shit that this guy said is he telling the truth or is he the asshole?
He's a bit of an asshole, yeah.
Yeah. And so
Fucking autism's back at it again.
Back in the game.
I don't know what's speaking more, the autism or like the 18 beers.
you know what it is? He's
Definitely
so
the autism.
He's the dude's so autistic. He has to always be drinking an even amount of beers. So he's twice as drunk as he would be normally, right? One person would have one. He'd be like, "Oh, that's odd. I need to have two." So he's 18 beers deep. All right. So the nudes, I'm confused, right? The nudes that he sent to her mum, were you in those?
Oh,
No.
No.
No. So you've just been fucking her, and her mum hasn't seen photos of it. Is that
So wait, what are these photos he's referring to? Mr. Burns / Justin Bieber.
Oh, wow.
What is going on?
Oh, just Snapchat nudes, I guess. I don't know. I saw them, and yeah.
So you saw them as well?
Yeah.
So you're
And there
on
was
the
just other
list.
dudes in the photos that were not you.
Yeah, they weren't me.
Okay, and then
So-
you're like, this is the girl of my dreams.
Yeah. Fuck it. Got to take a risk, right?
Okay, no.
Okay.
No,
All
I
right.
don't know what you're talking
I don't want to. Obviously, you're uncomfortable. I don't want to make you say too much shit. But so you're linked with this girl. You're seeing her. Is that what's going on?
Yeah,
Is it
basically.
going well?
Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome. And
Well-
Tom's not happy about it, I guess.
I've never heard from Tom, so.
Were
Well,
you
you
guys
will
friends
now.
beforehand? Did you know him beforehand?
Huh?
Did you know him beforehand? Were you guys friends? Oh, right, so you're just another dude.
Yeah.
If you met Tom, would you feel bad?
A little bit.
Took his girlfriend, man. But he took his girlfriend. But being said, I don't think he was a particularly good boyfriend. If you're sending nudes to someone's mum, it's probably not the best dude around.
Yeah. And that was afterwards, too, so.
Okay. Well, look, mate. I appreciate your input, and thanks for standing up. And this is the fucking weirdest
Wait,
story.
was this, wait.
You're not done. You need to
I
know
have
everything.
questions. Did this happen, like, were you guys at uni or school, or how are you guys mutual, like, how do you both know, what is her name?
Well, he doesn't know
Why are
Tom.
you
Oh, wait,
fucking
I
the
don't
same
know. What's her
bitch?
fake? Let's call it Mrs. X.
Oh, we met at a club.
A what?
In a
At a
club.
club.
At a club. Oh, that's gangster.
She saw you.
Yeah, I can see that.
She
Just you
was like,
grinding
man,
up on
Ninja
her.
Turtle shirt. I'm
wanna see a real man?
I was wearing this, too.
Yeah,
Well,
it's great.
dude, mad respect for you coming up, and it's obvious you like her because you're willing to come up and talk about this.
I wouldn't even go out in fucking public with that shirt on, but mad respect. Let alone in a fucking club.
So, okay, basically, what I want to get across is he made the girl to be like a whore and an evil person and all that kind of shit. But it sounds like from his actions are speaking a lot more than what he's saying about her. So is she not that? Or you're just dating a horrible person? Because you couldn't find anyone? Or
She's good.
no, she is nice. No, I'm just asking. She is nice, okay? He said she is nice. So, look, Tom, fuck off. Thank you very much. Give him a round of applause. Thank you, Darcy. Appreciate it. You go sit down. Appreciate that, mate. Thanks for coming.
Well done, Darcy. Big fan of you now, Darcy. I'm a big fan.
Legend, right? That's the one outlier. Everyone else is either autistic, a lad, but you are just a fucking girlfriend snatcher. That's great. I love it. All right, so we're update on the tab. We're on $600. Fuck yeah. Only got 400 left.
He's done, man. He can't drink anymore. He's
dead.
He said that and he's like, fuck, 400 to go.
How many beers have you actually had? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fucking beers, bro. How much are beers? How much are beers?
I care about you.
That's, thank you, man. And they're an even number. Oh, it's good, man. Thank you. All right. So what we're going to do is that was the end of Miscellaneous Bit at the end. So finally, we all relaxed. All right. That was the shit part of the podcast over. We made it through. Hopefully, it'll never happen again in any future podcast. It was horrible. Did you make it through all right, Luke?
No.
What do you mean?
I didn't really say much. That was why. I just wasn't enjoying it.
You're just hating it?
Yeah.
It
If
is
I was
pretty
on
horrible.
Facebook right now, I would have fucking...
You would have
angered
angered
the shit out of that. I would have... I don't fucking blame him, do you?
No, I don't either. That was horrible. What do you think, Ash? That was your first Miscellaneous Bit at the end. Is
That
it
was,
as bad as
it's-
Khaled said?
I'm a bit traumatized. Yeah, actually, I'm a bit traumatized. I'll make sure. What I'm gonna do is when I get home, I'm gonna take a picture of my dick and send it to myself, just to fucking get used to it.
No,
Send it to my own
dude, you should send it to your mum.
No, oh, come on, man. She's seen it.
No,
already,
send it
man.
to Mandy. She'll fucking love it.
All right, well,
Khaled, what did you think of Miscellaneous Bit at the end?
Yeah, I mean, there was Mandy, there was Darcy, there was this guy fucking autistic. It was everything. Everything was weird. It was awesome. That was my favorite.
And there was no
Miscellaneous-
Jews. Oh, no, there was.
one
Yeah.
Jew.
Actually, that was
I'll let
Leo.
you off this time, mate, but don't come back. All good. Appreciate you coming, bro. And I really apologize. Now, I was only going to do like 1 minute on Jews, and it turned into a fucking hour. So, sorry. All right, so that's kind of the end. That's all we had planned.
It's actually not the end. We
I
actually have
wanted
a
to.
surprise.
I wanted to open it up to questions from the
Oh,
audience.
yeah.
If you guys have any questions, for us, is there anybody who has a question? Yeah.
Thanks, I have cancer and epilepsy now.
That wasn't a question. That was him just.
It's a real
telling-
fan right there. That
Yeah.
guy goes to all of your shows.
He said, if you can't hear it on the mic, he said, "Thanks, I have cancer and epilepsy now." You earned it, man. Anybody else? Any actual questions?
Yeah, I do actually have a
Yep,
question.
yep.
Before you guys was speaking about kind of like your inspirations and the top people you've met, I just kind of wanted to ask, like, who's the most famous comedian you've met and had like an actual connection with, and
Yep.
didn't scare off with your like autism?
Okay, well, I'll go first because Khaled's going to win this one, right? So the people, firstly, the people that I look up to the most are the Chasers. Do you guys know the Chasers from Chasers Want Everything? They're the guys. I watched them when I was in high school, and they really inspired what I was doing. You know, the whole messing with the system, making fun of politics, making fun of the media, going out and doing stuff live in person, political satire. They, to me, are my absolute comedy idols, and I fucking froth everything they do, right? And I have actually met Chaz from The Chaser and Andrew Hansen and Chris Taylor. And they follow me on Twitter. Holy fuck. Isn't that mental?
We all know people, mate. All right, let's
Yeah,
just...
but I'm not trying to brag. Just for me, I still don't, like, the 15-year-old me is like, holy fuck, you've spoken to them once. Oh, my God. I came into contact with them after we hoaxed a current affair and Today Tonight. And then Chaz came out on Twitter and said, because originally I wanted to hoax a current affair and Today Tonight because that was something that they always tried to do but never managed to do it. And I thought, man, that'd be fucking amazing if we could do that. And that was actually, goes way, way, way back into my history. Do you guys remember when I was Nebs and Anonymous? Yeah, a couple of people. When I was first started, I had the hood on, covering my face, and I said that my name was Nebs, didn't reveal my identity. The reason why I wanted to do that, the original idea to hoax a current affair was to get Nebs, the cyberbully character, bullying Lewis Spears, the person. So do 2 separate interviews, and then it turns out it's the same person, right? Fucking genius. Never worked out that way, and we hoaxed it how we did. We figured that out. And then Chaz went on Twitter and said, hey, we tried to do this, and we never managed to do. This is really funny. And then I got back to him and said, hey, we should meet up, maybe. And then he said, yeah. And I went, holy fuck. And yeah, we've like had one conversation, and I filmed some stuff with Andrew Hansen and Chris Taylor as well a couple of years back, and it's a fucking privilege. And then I got autistic, and they've never spoken to me since. So that was my story. Do you
A
have
funny story. Whenever I was doing a show that was produced by the Chasers, and it was like filmed on SBS and whatever. And Lewis came to see that show because he had an appointment with Chaz afterwards.
No, I didn't have an appointment.
You're
I
right.
went because I knew that they would be there, and I wanted to, and I literally this is my thing, right? Didn't tell them I was going. I was gonna be there, and then I planned it. I was gonna go, oh, hey man, you're here. I had no idea that you were gonna be here. I'm just here because I'm really interested in comedy and the ABC. Doesn't that show how much I want this?
And this was an SBS taping, right? And he came and was using me as a scapegoat, and he was watching my
100%.
show.
I didn't want to see him. I saw his stuff online. I was like, he sucks. I don't want to see him.
And then I finished the show, and then I came off, and he was still Nebs at the time, and I remember the current affair thing, and I was I was really baked, right? I was like, for some reason, I just got really baked, and I just got off stage, and then Nebs was there, and then I was like, oh my God, Nebs, I'm such a huge fan of you. And he was like, oh, hey, thank you, man. And he just didn't give me fucking time of day. It's just like, and I was like, you're a fucking cunt. And then like a couple of weeks later, he gave me a call. He's like, hey, I want to start stand-up. I'm like, suck a fucking dick.
Yeah, that's how we met. And yeah, because after
it was
that,
actually much more pleasant than that. He actually was a really nice
And
guy.
then Lewis actually sucked Khaled's dick, so everything worked out.
Yeah,
It was
good.
dick. It
It's
was
actually,
great. That was the first time we met. It was the Chasers thing, and you were there, and it was weird.
yeah, it was just a weird coincidence, and now we're all the way here, and they still don't want to talk to either of us, but we're mates, so that's what I got out of it. Woo! And do you? How about you, Luke? Have you met any massive people?
I've had the opportunity to meet Dave Hughes, which has been really cool.
That's pretty cool.
And we had a good chat. He was very, very down to earth, nice guy. And that was he's probably the biggest name.
I saw Dave Hughes once in the street, and I went, "Oh, it's Dave Hughes," and then I kept walking.
Yeah, he was.
That's the Australian famous shit. Going on.
Exactly.
Before, man.
Well, how about you, Ash? You've
I got
been
two of
doing
them.
it for
Yeah,
years.
man. Check out.
Because you're like 80, you're like 80, right?
I'm about like 85. I mean, black don't crack. We smoke it though. But fucking, I had to follow Kevin Hart one time in America. Yeah, and he forgot my name because he was bringing me up, and he forgot my name.
What an asshole.
It was about but he was a really nice guy though. It was like, and I almost cried. I'm like, fucking Kevin. He's like fucking this fucking short, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like if he uppercuts you, he hits you in the fucking nuts.
You know
That's
what
how
I
small Harlem
realized
is.
about Kevin Hart? I am the exact physical opposite of Kevin Hart. He's really short and really black and pretty big, and I'm really long and really white and really skinny. We're fucking opposites. And he's really successful, and I'm not.
He's successful. You just sucks. No successful yet. And Chris Rock. I met Chris Rock and I had a time with him.
sick.
He was cool. And he was. I walked in. He was doing an interview with MTV, and I was able to walk in because I worked at the club. And he was doing an interview, and I was just fucking staring at him, like trying to act like I couldn't help him. I fucking Chris Rock. Let me tell you this story though. This is the fucking biggest day of my comedy career. This the first
Today?
time. Yeah. When I fucking spotted Nebs, the fucking giraffe, and I was doing it. I was 19 years old. I was at an improv comedy club in America, and Chris Rock came in to do a spot, and he wasn't booked. It's called a guest spot. And I was like, oh, I was shocked. But guess who he brought with him? Fucking Madonna, right? So Madonna comes in because at the time Madonna was just fucking black dudes left and right. She's fucking black guys left and right.
Chris Rock's fucked Madonna?
She was fucking Madonna at the time. Yeah.
Holy
yeah, absolutely.
shit, what a legend. Give it up for Chris Rock.
He's like, I fucked Madonna. The bitch got big old titties.
I know, but no.
And then Darcy comes in, fucks Madonna, sends Snapchats to Chris Rock.
And no, funny, Chris Rock sent Madonna's mom some nudes. But anyway, so anyway, here's what happened. So Chris Rock's on stage, and I'm in the VIP section because I work there. And Madonna comes, and she fucking sits right next to me. I'll never forget, she had fucking this string shirt on her big ass fucking shoulders, and like it's Chris
She's
Rock.
jacked.
It's Madonna. Yeah, she's fucking jacked, and she could jack me off too. Chris Rock's over there. Madonna's here. It's Chris Rock, and Madonna's there. And then 2 weeks later, Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston come in. And they're fucking. They were doing drugs in the green room. They couldn't let me in. I was so young. I didn't know what the fuck. I was trying to get in, and the guy goes, "Private meeting." My private meeting, motherfucker. I work here. I'm not one of the fucking audience members. I work here. It's like, no, private meeting. And the next day, fucking it came out.
It was heroin.
How long ago was that?
Huh?
How long ago was that?
Shit, man. I'm 38 now. I must have been like 22. So fucking
Crazy.
It was long fucking time ago, man.
I know. I still think Dave Hughes is pretty impressive.
Wait, I have a really awesome story. Can I share one?
yeah,
Okay,
go on,
it's a
and
really
then
short story.
we'll do two
I
more
just realized
questions
this actually
and we'll
happened.
end
Wait, this was actually like a couple of weeks ago. No, a couple of weeks ago? Was it? You were there.
You're gonna have to do this podcast
Was
in
I
two
there?
parts.
I don't
like-
remember this.
The Comics Lounge. Hannibal.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
No, I wasn't there.
So do you guys know a comedian called Hannibal Buress, right? This guy's a huge US comic, right? And I'm a huge fan of him. And he was down. I was opening for him and Eric Andre at a show at the Comics Lounge. So this was like huge, and it was like just a huge honor. I was like panicking, right? Because I was like fangirling, and I was like, I didn't want to talk to him because I was like, let me do my set first, and then feel confident about myself before I go and speak to him. And then so I finished the set. I went backstage. I saw him, and I was like, hey man, what's going on? He was like, hey, what's going on, man? I was like, cool, yep. And I just left. And that was it. Like, that's what I did. And I was like,
That guy's got a really weird energy.
he's just so fucking mellow, like nothing fazed him. He was just like on his phone. He's like, hey man, what's going on? Yeah, really great set, man. And I was like, okay. And I just left. And then I was like, oh fuck, I have to like something like if you don't summon the courage to do this, you're gonna regret it forever. And I was like, I want to get a video with him, right? I want to film a thing on my phone and put it up on Facebook and be like, oh hey, it's me, Khaled, hanging out with some of my comedian friends like Hannibal Buress. And then I wanted him to be like, hey man, get out of my change rooms. I'm not your friend at all, right? That would be the joke. So I went up to him and I was like, hey, do you mind doing like a little Facebook video with me? And he was like, yeah man, what's it about? And I was like, okay, so I want to come in and I want to be like, hey, it's Khaled here, blah, blah, blah. And then you be like, get out of my change rooms. And then he was like, yeah, man, I can do that. And then I was like...
It just sounds really unenthusiastic.
I'm like, he's not going to commit to this. And he looks like he doesn't want to fucking borrow this and I'm wasting his time. So I was like, fuck, I don't know if I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do it and I'll just have a famous person's face in there. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't have to be awesome. People just like it online.
Because if it's...
That I met Hannibal Buress.
Yeah, and then if it's crap, you can just not upload it.
I can just not upload it,
Which is what I'm
right?
going to do with this podcast.
So, yeah. So I walked into the room, right, and I was like, it's going to be really shit, but that's all right. I'll put in a lot of energy. And I was like, hey, guys, it's Khaled Calafella here hanging out with my good friend Hannibal Buress. What's up, Hannibal? And he's like, hey, man, get the fuck out of my change rooms. And then he picked up a glass and smashed it against the wall. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. I just left, and then I never spoke to him again.
No, that's not what happened at the end.
Okay.
Tell me what actually happened afterwards.
Okay, and then I left, and I was like, I'm just going to leave.
You try and cut that out, okay. Listen to how pathetic this cunt is. After he throws a glass at you and it smashes over the floor, what did you actually do?
So I came back, and I was like, thank you so much for doing that. And then I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. I saw it, and he was like, yeah, I got to commit to every bit, man. And I'm like, yeah, no, that was, wow, that was exactly what I wanted.
Then what did you do?
Then I went into the kitchen, I picked up a broom and thing, like a piece of shit, and I just, like, literally knelt down in front of him, like, straight, like, just brooming up the glass into a thing, going like, thank you so much. Thank you. And he's like, yeah, sorry, man.
And that's really inspired me, that story, right? Not what you did, that's pathetic, but what Hannibal did, right? The thing about this, guys, Hannibal Buress is such a famous comedian. He went to another country, went to another comics lounge that he's not working at. He was not even meant to be on the bill. He just turns up, they let him on stage because he's Hannibal Buress. He smashes their property, and then someone else cleans it up, thanking him. That's the most alpha shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, man, I sucked his dick. It was awesome.
All right, we got time for 2 more questions. Does anyone have any quick ones? Yeah?
So, I have a mate that won't admit he's vegan. We all know he is. And he is actually the autistic bloke you've been talking about the whole time.
Oh, really?
He's vegan, but he won't admit it.
Well, look,
There's
mate, I would
nothing
rip
wrong
the
with
guy for being vegan, but he's autistic. I don't think he can handle it. Or understand.
I ripped him too much, he's alright.
All right, we got one more question.
Okay, wait, are you vegan? Settled.
No, just autistic.
No, that's the whole thing. He won't fucking admit it. Like, he's going to be like, yeah, I'm vegan. Like,
Oh, mate,
then
you
you
a
are
vegan?
vegan.
Admit it. You're a vegan.
Pip. Mandy, get him to admit it.
There's nothing wrong with being a vegan.
Did you buy Mandy a drink?
That's why you don't fuck with
Mandy,
Mandy.
are you gonna? Did you get her number? Did you get her number?
His girlfriend's right there.
Did you buy your girlfriend a drink? She doesn't have one. Okay, so you're with your girlfriend and you buy another 40-year-old woman a drink.
Yo, that is so gangster, man.
No. All right, we got one more question and then we'll end it. One more? Yeah?
What's the deal with the necklace? Does it mean something?
Oh, yeah, it's just a family emblem, is what it is. I started the family emblem.
It's a
what's-
Why does it say this on the back?
It's a swastika.
It says faggot.
It's a bunch of peas, man.
Yeah, it's my
The
faggot
Jewish guy
necklace.
just fucking ran out of the room.
All right.
Lewis, before you end the podcast, I've been told we actually have a surprise that you don't know about.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm going to bring the table into... Ashley, could you help me
Absolutely.
bring the table into the middle?
Happy birthday to you. It's Lewis's birthday.
Birthday to you.
Cunt. Happy birthday, dear Lewis the cunt. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip faggot. Hip hip faggot. Hip hip faggot.
Yeah. Whoa.
Thank you very much, guys.
It's actually Lewis's birthday on Monday, I believe.
It's my birthday on
I
Monday.
bet you fucking forgot.
I did forget.
I knew you would.
I literally forgot it was my birthday because I've been thinking about the shows. So if you want to give me a birthday present, come see me on tour.
Or buy another drink from the bar.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Can I read you a message that I got from
You're 22?
from your producer of this podcast today, saying, "Hey, can you eat cheesecake, or is that not halal, you weird Muslim cunt?" She's like, "I'm pretty certain there's no pork or gambling in it. You can eat it." And then she was like, "It's Lewis's birthday on Monday, but I'm 90% sure he's forgotten he's an idiot."
She's right. I completely forgot. Yeah, well, I just realized it's my birthday. Fucking sick. Thank you very much for coming.
There's cake for everyone if they stick around.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So,
is it cheesecake?
That's the end of the podcast, but you're not allowed to leave because we're not up to here. So we're going to be hanging around.
Fucking lock the doors.
Yeah, we're going to be... Oh, 700. Fuck yeah.
How about that? What better birthday present it would be for Lewis if you guys all hung around and we all got fucking wasted for Lewis's
let's do
birthday.
That. All right, so thank you very much for coming. Thank you very much for supporting the podcast. I didn't think it would go this well. To everybody watching at home, thank you and fuck you for the angries.
No one's still watching.
And the stream's dead. Did it die? I probably ran out of fucking internet, I bet. Well, to everybody watching on YouTube, thank you very much. And that's it. Thank you very much. That's the end of... have a shit one. Khaled is doing a show at the Melbourne Comedy Festival. It's called Loose. Google it. Google his name. It's impossible to spell. Just Google Loose. Luke is also doing a show. It's called You Don't Own Me. Go see them. I highly recommend them. Come see me as well. And yeah, have a shit one, guys. Thank you very much. I'll be here.
More beat, right? Yeah. Look. Yeah. Giddy up. Giddy up, slut. Yeah, you a bad bitch. All these rappers act the part, call them Brad Pitt. Oh no, here he goes again. I flow dope, fuck you up like some opium. We in Sydney, bitch.